Yo, my name is Asim Zaidi. I am the head coach of the GOAT Shed Academy, the most viral team on the planet. And over here I got Lázaro Dayron, one of our most talented students. He just scored a knockout with a jab. I've never seen that in Combate history. Just a simple jab, dropped the guy, and unbelievable. Right here we got the translator, the GOAT manager, Laura Abril. Okay, she's gonna be translating for that.
Representing Miami, South Florida, right here.
Go. Born and raised in Miami. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, so first of all, talk about one of your fighters here. He won the fight. He also won $5,000 for Fight of the Night.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, this is a huge breakthrough for us. You know, most of my fighters live in the gym, and you know they're sharing meal plans and they're doing their laundry in the gym. It's a life of sacrifice, and that's what this gym. That's what makes us so unique. We're not a regular gym. Our fighters truly live in our gym, and this man right here, through all that sacrifice, finally it paid off in a very, very, very big way. Thanks to Combate, this opportunity is the biggest we've ever had in our lives and in the history of GOAT Shed. And I'm so happy that Datron was the first athlete to represent us on episode 1.
Episode 1, this is so cool. Combate Global right here in Miami doing this very unique team competition with individual fighters. And I'm just scrolling a little bit here because we had the team competition here with Spain, Barcelona represented. We had Mexico represented. We also had Los Angeles was here as well, and Miami. And showcasing the Miami talent and all. They did nice vignettes about the program, about the fighters. I'm curious, how long has your company, has the training center been open, and what inspired you to do this?
So, talking about how long we've been open, you're gonna love this story. We were a secret team for so long with no name, with no gym, training. Just a group of guys hopping from gym to gym. I would coach them secretly, you know, and then eventually we started becoming more and more popular as we were winning titles. We couldn't hide the fact that we were a team anymore.
How long ago was that?
This was about 5 years ago. We started about 5 years ago. Okay, and then we decided to open up our own facility. I was terrified that it wasn't going to be successful because we were a very scary team. But being the most viral team on the planet, you can't help but to be successful. And thank God it blew up.
It's so interesting because South Florida is so invested in training of mixed martial arts. Between Masters Miami, American Top Team, Sanford MMA. Now look at you, what you're doing here and all. How does it make you feel to see your fighter here and win this? And
I gotta say, look, Florida is a big, my MMA hub. There's unbelievable teams in Florida, really, really. But we're the first team ever representing Miami. It's never happened before. And I was born and raised here, and I'm truly representing as hard as I can. That's why we got the Miami Vice colors, you know, right here. And we represent as hard as we can. We got the Lambos and McLarens and Rolls Royces, and we got the jewelry. And now we got the best performance of the night from my man right here. Yes.
Wanted to know about the fight and the preparation coming into this, and also, as you said, landing a jab to do the damage like that. That was incredible. But it was more than just the jab. But that jab really just ended the whole thing. But ask him how it was for him to be out there, going through all this, going through the process, having a bbig spotlight, a big stage. You put in your own words, but just go ahead with that.
Mi preparación para la pelea fue bien estrictamente exigente, desde la alimentación hasta la preparación técnico-táctica, física, con todos los componentes que lleva para poder tener este resultado, el coach y el team coach.
So he said his preparation was very stringent, from his nutrition to his training. The coach was really good, and obviously his whole team really prepared him, and the result shows.
So focused when he was going in there. It was just very focused, very intense. What was it like, just having that spotlight put on him, but then also trying to not get caught into the spotlight while he's out there as a fighter?
¿Cómo fue para ti estar en una plataforma tan grande y no dejarte distraerte de las personas, de la audiencia, como practicamos cada vez que estamos entrenando?
Para mí esto es algo que entreno todos los días. Antes de hacer MMA hacía una carrera de wrestling que era también, las plataformas eran muy grandes, competí en grandes competiciones y para mí todo está aquí, lo que tú seas capaz de proponerte lo logras.
He says it was, of course, you know, this is what he trains every single day. So for him, it's very mental. He's been performing since he was 3 years old. He did wrestling his whole life, so he's used to something like this. And we train it, of course, in practice. So, but he says it's very mental as well, and he's been training.
One thing I want to add to this, Combate is very different than the other organizations because they promote themselves as mucha más acción, much more action than every other organization in the world. So this is something I've been implementing into the training camp. So I want, one thing that's very important I want people to realize and Combate to realize is I sent a grappler, a guy that's been grappling for 27 years, but because he wants to impress Combate, he stayed standing the whole time and demonstrated some beautiful striking so he can demonstrate mucha más acción. And that's what we're going to do each and every fight. We're stressing this with all our fighters, okay, to be as exciting as possible.
It's so interesting you mentioned he's a grappler, but when I watched him out there, he looked like a fighter, a puncher. He could strike and everything like that and all. How long a process did it take for him to get that?
One thing is I'm trying not to cry again because I love these guys so much. This is my family. More than some of my actual family, right? More than my blood. These guys, I'm so loyal to them and I care about them so much. Dayron and his brother are a unique case. They threw their first punch ever at the gym. So from the ground up, we were able to build them and help modify the skills they already had in wrestling. So when I get to see such beautiful striking, it just touches me because I know he threw his first punch with us. So I can really see the hard work paying off that he put in the last 2 years.
What is your background? Where are you from originally? Were you from here? Were you from somewhere else? And the grappling, where did that all start for you?
¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde vienes? Y tu grappling, ¿de dónde sale?
So, yo soy cubano, nacionalizado Miami-ense, USA. Yo, vengo del wrestling, yo pertenecía al team nacional cubano de lucha libre. Y
¿Cuántas veces tú ganas? 1, 2, 3. ¿Cuántas veces nacional?
no remember.
Look, I'll tell you this about him. He's such a humble guy, you know? But for 9 years in a row, he placed in the top 3 in the nation. And that's a scary thing to say, that for 9 years straight, you're the top 3 wrestler in the nation of Cuba, which is one of the strongest nations out there in wrestling. You know, but again, he came out there and he did what it took to impress Combate and put on the show that he can do.
And he did say he's from Cuba, he's Miami, you know, nationality Miami, and he's been training, wrestling all his life, so.
Very strong Cuban Americans in Miami and all, of course, down here and all. So coming here is like just coming across and all like that. But I wanted to real quick talk about the grappling and all. So was it something that him and his brother wanted to do, Olympics? Was that in the mindset at all? Or no, just going to MMA?
¿Pensaste ir al Olímpico? ¿Competir en los Olímpicos?
So, me postulé mi lince, me quedé con muchas oportunidades de segundo, optando para poder hacer el team olímpico. Desgraciadamente no pude participar, perdía con un atleta que era el número 3 en el mundo. Y no lo pude hacer, pero siempre hubo la intención de quererlo.
So he did have the intention, he was considering doing it for a very long time. However, he was always competing with the number 3 in the world, so he always fell second place. So unfortunately it didn't work out, but yeah, he's very happy with it.
That's why, you know, 9-time medalist in the nationals, he was going second to the guy who was number 3 in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
You got a good find here with him, and if his brother is as good as him,
yes, yes. Him and his brother, we call them the Super Smash Brothers. They're here to smash, okay? Definitely.
So who is there one better than the other or no? Or does each one do something different than the other? I gotta ask. Does someone else do something better than the others? Is someone else better?
He says brother's better. He says brother's better.
Well, I'll look forward to watching your brother too, after seeing what you were able to do. So we'll wrap it up with this. What was it like getting the $5,000 and all that?
Ganándote $5,000.
Eso es una gran oportunidad. Es sponsor para my nutrition, next fight. So, For sure.
Dayron's always
Audio
thinking,
for life.
he's always thinking about his next fight. So he says it was a huge opportunity, and it's basically a sponsorship for his next fight for preparation.
I want to say
What about a big dinner, celebration dinner? What about the big
His
celebration?
first reaction is about training. Isn't that crazy? These guys are different. My fighters are different. His first reaction is nutrition for training camp. That's amazing. This is a different mentality than anybody out there.
Yeah.
That's why this team's special.
Yeah.
That's why you're special.
Venga, one more fight.
All right, we'll close it with this. The name,
Yes.
GOAT Shed.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how you came
How
up
I
with
came
the
up
name.
that. It's actually a pretty cool story. So when we were a secret team, all my students were actually winning amateur championships in Florida. And actually out of the 10 students I had, 9 had the Florida championship title for their weight class. So it was an unbelievable thing, you know? Because of that, one day a promoter came to me and said, you know what? You have all the GOATs. Because we were passing belts to each other. And I said, we have all the GOATs, okay. And I said, okay, where do GOATs live? I'm like, okay, where do they live? We were training under a very dirty gym at the time. So hey, GOAT Shed. Let's go. GOAT Shed, that's the name. And that's it. We're the house of the GOATs.
That is so cool because this is, I think, going to be a tremendous story. Because like I said, and you know the hotbed of MMA in South Florida training and all, we know that and all the fighters down here and the coaching and all. But here you have this great facility that you actually built from the ground up, actually, and all. So it's just so cool to see that. And again, with all what Combate Global is doing and all the competition that they're doing, it's just so great to see something like that. And Coach, I'll have you end it about Combate Global.
Yeah, actually, I was going to interrupt and say something about Combate Global because I'm so appreciative of them. Okay. I'm like an emotional guy, you know what I mean? But let me calm down.
I like the double watches.
Thank you, thank you. Sometimes the people forget what time it is. It's go time. But good audience. But one thing about Combate Global, I'm gonna say this without breaking up, but I'm very appreciative of them because Florida MMA before they came here was a rough place for a fighter, and coming up as a fighter, you're not making the money. You're 300, you know, and you can't live off $300 every couple months, you know what I mean? So it's a scary thing, and when Combate came here, they changed the life for all the fighters in Florida. So I can't be more appreciative of the opportunities they've given us, and that's why we worked so hard to back it up, because we want to bring something to the table too. They're bringing an unbelievable platform, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to live up to it, and we're going to do the same.
Right here in Miami. Thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations and all. Look at the picture, too. Look at the picture out there. We got the fighter, the winning fighter, the 5,000. We got the picture up here, too. This is awesome. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.